Hey folks, this is Erlend Hjelvik, and you're listening to the Dan Chan Show on Hard Rock Hell Radio.
Hey man, how's things going?
I'm good, how are you?
Very well, thank you, very well. So you are releasing Welcome to Hell on the 20th of November, and having heard it, it's an epic album. How excited are you to have everyone hear it?
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I've been listening to this thing for a year now, or over a year actually, so it feels good to finally get it out into the world.
So
it's exciting.
Was it delayed for the pandemic, or was it always going to be November the 20th?
Yeah, it was a little delayed because of the corona shenanigans.
Yeah.
We had the album finished last year, so around October or something like that, we finished recording, and then it took some time to get the record deal and all of that sorted, and the corona thing happening just made it take longer.
Must be so frustrating. Well, you want everyone to hear it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm happy I didn't put the album out and then have the corona thing come right on top of that. So that would have been more frustrating. So
perfect.
I feel like the timing worked out. Yeah, despite the circumstances. So.
And you mentioned, I read an interview, you mentioned that during the past couple of years you've found metal again. Was that a new love for it, or was it just going back to your roots?
No, it's maybe a little exaggerated, that thing, but it's just maybe a rekindling. I guess my point about that I tried to say earlier was that from all the touring we did and lots of concerts all the time, I was a little burnt out on music for a little while and wasn't really having the same enthusiasm when it came to discovering new bands and that sort of stuff. So that kind of all came back just from getting a break from touring and all that. So it's been good to get some time off.
Very, very cathartic.
Just enjoy music like a fan again.
That's cool. So how was the writing process with the album and the recording process? Was this done alone, or was it a few of you?
Yeah, I wrote all the music and the lyrics by myself, and then I have some other guys in the band to help me with the the performing or playing the instruments. So some emails back and forth with getting the guitar tracks and drum tracks on it, and then I sing on top of it in the end. So we had all the demos done, and then we met up in the studio to practice for 2 days just to figure out the tempos and have those nailed down, and then record. So
how did you build the band around you? Were they old friends, or did you audition everyone?
I only knew Kevin from before. I met him at our drummer, Kevin Foley. I met him at the airport in Bergen when he was the drummer for Abbott.
Yeah.
And I really liked his work on the Abbott album, so I thought of him when we needed a drummer, and he had written on his Facebook page he was looking for new bands. So that he came into place nicely like that. And and the guitarist, Rob Steinway, he's American. I wanted someone that was going to be close to the studio we were recording in, and also my wife, who's American, and I have a house close to Portland too. Yeah. So I just knew about this band Skeletor and thought of him, and we reached out, and luckily he said yes, so he came on board that way. And the bass player is a friend of our drummer, so he came on the band into the band through his recommendation.
So this band's going to be the full touring outfit, right?
Yeah, and now we also have a new guitarist that's Norwegian. His name's Remy Nygaard, and he's from a cool black thrash band called Inculter. So he's the latest addition.
Cool. So this album is heavily themed by Norse mythology. Was this something that you initially wanted to achieve by going back to your heritage, or did it find you?
I didn't really think about it much. It was just kind of a natural thing to me. That's something that I kind of rekindled an interest with again too, I suppose. On the first Color Talk album, I'd written songs about Norse mythology before, but it was more in a superficial way. But now the last few years, I've been diving deeper into the books and just learning a lot more about it and finding lots of inspiration there. So it just felt natural to me to write, keep the lyrics in that world. And also I've been writing about the Norwegian history as well. So
what's your favorite mythological story from your native country of Norway? What's your favorite character?
Yeah, I think Odin is probably the most fascinating character to me.
Classic.
There's so many good stories, but I think probably the most inspiring one is when he goes to hell.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah, because I just like the descriptions of what's on the way, like the battle dogs and all kind, the gatekeepers, whatever.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I need to read more myself, to be honest with you. I didn't know Odin.
yeah. That Neil Gaiman book is actually a good way to start.
Really?
If you're
I'll check it out.
Haven't read much of it before.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
So not only is the theme gone back to Norwegian mythology, but the style has as well, along with some cool nods to the old school. I mean, the influence I can hear from the album are so wide, and it makes the album for such sonic perfection for me. So, I mean, what was your intention to go back to those kind of like licks from Iron Maiden and sounds of the Misfits? There's so much in there.
Yeah, it wasn't really a conscious decision.
It came through your blood, right? Came through your blood.
Yeah. My goal was to make music that's based on music that inspired me. So that's just how it comes out. Like, the point for me was to make music that I would enjoy singing on top of, and that's just the stuff I'm inspired by. So I just sit down and start writing riffs, and then like you said, the album's pretty diverse, but
cool.
I didn't really plan that out. Like, when I start working on the riff, I just kind of see where it takes me, and if I feel good about it, then it becomes a song. So,
it's very cool.
That's been the approach.
And tell me about the album artwork, which is very cool. It's got good, decent artists behind that, right?
Yeah. It's Joe Patagno, who's behind the Motorhead logo and a bunch of their cover artwork. And he's done stuff for Led Zeppelin too, and black metal bands, and lots of bands.
That's very cool. And
he has really awesome 80s style.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I bet you can't wait to get out and play these tracks live. Is it something you want? Something that I want to see. I mean, what are your plans for 2021?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what to do for 2021. We're planning touring and stuff, but so we have a plan A, and then we have to have a plan B.
Yeah.
So it's a little tough with the situation, but we try to make the best of it.
Yeah.
But the first step is to build a practice space in our home here. So and then we're ready to fly the guys over when it comes time to tour. So that's going to be cool.
So Norway is synonymous with black metal. How much of that is in your blood? I mean, I suppose you were quite young when it all kicked off. I mean, do you remember the church burnings and all that?
Yeah. We actually moved to Norway when I was like 6 or 7 years old. So we came like right in the middle of that. Like, there was a church that burned down like really close to the village that I grew up in.
Yeah.
So it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I bet.
Because my dad used to work as a priest too. So,
oh, really? Oh, wow.
So there was like one time I got the weird phone call where I picked up the phone and there was like a guy that said, meet me at the church at midnight. And it just scared me. Or it would be like an old lady calling and saying, oh, the Satanists are at it again. They've been knocking down tombstones and,
God.
So it's just scary.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so it's probably what fascinated me about it and got me into it a couple of years later.
Yeah, me too, reading it all in Kerrang when I was about 14. So what are your personal influences yourself?
Musically?
Musically, yeah.
Yeah, definitely black metal, both first wave, like all the, old bands like Venom and Merciful Fate and Celtic Frost.
Is that where Welcome to Hell comes from? A little nod to that.
Yeah, it's definitely a loving nod
with one L.
Yeah. And then definitely a lot of Norwegian and Swedish 90s black metal in there, and some thrash metal bands too, like classic bands like Slayer and Metallica, whatever. So
it's cool.
It's all good.
So the video for North Star, brutal as it is, looks like it must have been a lot of fun to make. Is that chainmail that you wear? Is it really heavy?
Yeah, it was pretty heavy actually, but it was kind of fun. I've never worn it before.
Was it a fun video to make?
Yeah, it was fun. It was really intense. We flew in there and we shot the whole thing in one day, so it was like from early morning till late in the evening.
It looked cold.
The Polish production company are really talented, and they've shot a bunch of cool videos for Behemoth and stuff before, so they were just really efficient and got the job done.
So it was filmed in Poland, was it?
Yeah, a place called Wolin.
Oh, right.
So there's a Viking village called
right.
So
I just picture it to be some kind of Norwegian Viking village or something like that. But Poland, I didn't expect
we
that.
have one close by, but I wanted to work with
those
this
guys.
production company, so we flew to Poland.
Okay, so what's your favourite drink to consume from a Viking drinking horn?
I'll say beer.
Got to be beer, isn't it? It has to be beer.
Yeah.
So I'm asking.
I'm not a fan of the mead.
No, too syrupy. So I'm asking the people I've interviewed of late how they feel the industry may change after the pandemic and how it could be better for new bands and established ones. Do you have any thoughts on this? Do you think the industry is going to change after all this?
Yeah, I kind of don't hope so, but I hope it. Well,
for the better.
I hope it makes people appreciate
getting out to gigs
more, so that they're more supportive and go to shows when stuff is happening. So hopefully that's happening, and hopefully people also know that it's important to support bands by buying records, that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
I hope it's not going to be like, everyone's going to be streaming stuff and that's the way of the future.
Yeah.
But I really don't think so.
No,
I think it's going to be going back to normal, hopefully, as much as it can.
Are you bringing the album out on LP? Vinyl?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that's coming on LP.
That's going to be great.
There's lots of cool colors out there.
Excellent. Well, Erlend, the album title, Welcome to Hell, gives me the impression you're inviting us into your world for a long, long ride. So good luck with the album, and I hope to see you on the road next year.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was nice to talk to you.